Hello, hello, hello's Din Den makes another Gamer League ranked. But as usual, this is gonna be the silver ELO part. So let's get started here. Let's get started. Let's find out. This one, I think this one was for it was for one of the promos games, and it was actually pretty good. This is promos to Silver 4. I'm gonna give a big old shout out to Evelyn. Oh my god, there's no way I'm gonna be able to pronounce that name. Pomegranate 3 Juice. I think that's what it is. In this game here, this is where I got fed. And she literally spoon fed me and gave me breakfast, lunch, and dinner here. And this is what ends up happening to Garen when you end up doing that. At least a good one. At least one that knows kind of what they're doing. Now, once again, this is silver ELO, so, testing out theories of how well the Garen build is, and it's actually pretty impressive, especially when he gets ahead. I was going versus a Chode, so the Chode wasn't that good. He just got, kind of handed his ass to him, just whoa-bam, just gave it to him. So you're gonna take a look at here. Our mid though was like just feeding the whole time. Like he was just trying to feed the Fizz and anyone else that came in. I think the Kindred got a few kills from him too. Groot was decent. That's actually a funny name. I am Groot. I guess he was trying to play off that he was Groot, but he did pretty well. He was actually the best player on their team. But the Garen comes out triumphant. Let's start this game here. So anytime you start in League, there's always a spot where they all go to have a fight. It's usually this one or the top one. So I'm standing here waiting, and none of my team members come over here until later on. Usually you can tell the strength of your team depending on who actually ends up, coming for you. Aggro teams tend to win games, just FYI. But, smart aggro teams, if you have like stupid aggro, then that doesn't win anything. So, you'll see here how we go extremely aggro, which is perfect because it gives us an early lead. The Chode actually tries to just farm, but he never quite roams in time, so that's actually what makes him lose, because he had the right idea, but the wrong timing for the farming. So no wards by them, they don't know. We're stopping the Kindred from doing whatever. That Shen went a little too early. If he would have waited for us, it would have been perfect. So he just decided to go in all hands. But that's better than nothing. The fact that they kept trying to get the blue, they should have just given it up. There's the Shen again. Stunning. Oh, the Kog'Maw got the first kill. So we get everything at first. We got the blue, so our Eve is ahead. Mid got first killed, and then he just starts feeding. It made no sense. He was ahead. First blood is a lot. I think it's almost like 400 gold. So the fact that he didn't get anything, like as in like get ahead that much, is really stunning. Don't want to say he's bad because he was actually doing pretty good there late in the game, but pretty questionable. Alright, so the thing about the Chode early game is that he has such a strong early game. You see, he just died. It makes no sense. The Chode has an insane early game. That little stupid move, I forgot what the name of that move is called, kind of heals him when he attacks you. So it's like constant life steal. But it's only for 3 hits. So if you're able to time those 3 hits appropriately, then you should be good. If you're able to dodge it, if you thought I was going to dodge it. He used all his abilities on me. Ooh, that landed. That barely landed. Yeah, I got some golds out of that. So we got a kill on them. Eve got fed. And she's actually pretty smart, so she keeps coming top lane. As you can see there, watch. See, she comes back again. That's pretty smart. This time I'm the one. So that's 2 on the Chode. She misses that one. Since she missed that one, that actually hurt. Because if she would have gotten it, that thing was dead. And I try to keep her near the minions, because the minions are doing a lot of damage to her. Look at that. Oh my god, those minions almost killed her. But I didn't have a flash anymore also, so... Or else I would have gotten in on that. I don't know what else was happening in there, but bot seems to be doing decent. They're not really giving up any kills yet. But mid, like I said, he got one at the very beginning, but hasn't done anything afterwards. So he died twice. That's actually the name of this game. Or mid it ends up like feeding, but somehow he still, I think, is able to like take down the turret. I'm not sure. You want to make sure that you get as much farm as possible.
Killing spree.
Uh-oh, that Fizz roaming. So the main thing about Chode is his ult. His combos are alright, they're decent, but it's his ult the one that counts the most. And so one of the items you should first build on Garen, especially because he's just going to be doing a little bit of something I like to call burst chunk damage, because he's not really a complete burst character. But he'll just chunk you at times. So you want to have health, and gauge is actually very important because you still want to do damage to him. Because if you just go full out tank, you're not going to be able to kill him. He'll just out-chunk you. He's like the chunk master. That's what we call him, Chode. But it doesn't matter, especially once you have gauge, and then one extra item after that gives you like a bunch of health. Just because of the health. Because remember, he's AP and he does do damage AP, but he's mostly just just if he's able to get you low enough, he'll just destroy you. Because it's true damage.
Shut down.
Obviously with Garen, if I'm able to time his ult correctly, I can 60% it off. His Garen's W does that actually. Reduces true damage also. Up to 60%. Especially if you time it within the first 75 seconds of it. Or 0.75 of a second. So we're both level 6. I only have one little item on. He has only one little item on too. Just trying to time it all. As you notice, he starts losing his trade. He's noticing it, but he's starting to lose it. Look at that. Another one towards me, getting me ahead. He does have more farm than me though, 12% or more. He did have more farm. Such a huge minion wave push. Eve timed it perfectly right. Great job, Eve. He's TPing in. I knew he was gonna do. I thought he was gonna TP back there. If he did though, Eve was in there, so hopefully she would have came in. She came in, that was it. Oh, there you go, you gotta kill him. So me and Eve are the only ones that are 201, 202. That's why I'm giving a shout out. Just because I think that's what made the game difference right there. Shutting down the Chode long enough. Also knowing when to attack, trying to keep the Kindred low. She's been getting those Kindred's marks, which is perfect, so that way Kindred doesn't get way out of hand. And we already kept Kindred levels behind already since the beginning, so I think she's 0-1 and 1. I should put another pink there. I'm taking the mark just to make sure. Oh, Kindred was about to get them. Look at that. Even I know when to get stuff. She was trying to get it. Insane. Oh, surprised Kindred didn't come and attack me. I'm not afraid of him anymore, so you can tell right there. Pops me up. I don't even have another item yet, but I'm still doing damages. That Eve is good, man. Hit me. It's actually a good pink to have all the way in there. That was pretty good before. Once again, trying to get the mark so that way Kindred doesn't get it. You don't want Kindred to get this mark, because then even if she's behind, she's able to catch up as soon as she starts getting the mark. I noticed Chode wasn't doing anything, so here I decided to come and help out because our mid just keeps dying. It's starting to get a little bit annoying. And there was a fight that was going to happen over there, so I decided to leave the Chode alone. He's already behind, and try to help out the team. It actually helps that it ends up being legitimate. Where's the ulti? You want to stay on the ulti. And the she's gone. They did get a double kill. We try to take something. I don't think we get it. Oh yeah, we do. Okay, so here I decided to go a little too aggro, but it was kind of worse to some extent. Let me steal this. I don't know if she steals it. No. Oh gosh. I took so much turret damage and aggro, minion aggro. But it was perfect. Eve also got the kill out of that, so I was 3-1-2. I think I could have played that a little bit better, but I'm just trying to make sure that she didn't do anything. But that kind of evened out the fight a little bit, or else I would have gotten a lot of, kills out of that, which they did. But as you notice, the mid turret is also going down, so I don't understand how he kept dying so much yet kept putting all that pressure in. So it was 3-4-1. And their fizz is 6-2-0, which is insane. MF was 5-1-2 also, so the only death she had was the one that we ended up giving her there. And as you see, Chode has done nothing yet, so we keep it that way. As you can tell, I put a gauge already on. That should really help out versus Chode. And it kind of does. Oh, he did see me. So I noticed mid tower was low, so I decided to go help out. Ah, he could see me there. It's not like it mattered. So what's the best way to stop a gank? You go towards the gank. See, it separates the whole thing. Worked out perfectly. See, if I'd have ran the other way, they would have been able to squish in. But since I ran towards it, he was already out of position. He would have to come inside and try to take me with all the other three. They'd have to collapse in. But then that would stop the push that was trying to happen mid, and then my team can collapse right behind me. And Chode was nowhere in sight, so it worked out perfectly fine on that. If you know which side they're ganking, go towards it with your team, and usually that's a lot better than trying to, defend. I want to call it a counter. It's a counter gank, but we weren't really ganking. We were just going towards the objective, so we met them a lot sooner than they expected, which is perfect. I hate that slowness. Look at that. Obviously, see, in that pop, if we would have kept fighting, I had that, but Hinder had to be there. Another perfect scenario. Hate that shit. The good thing is that gauge doesn't take too long. Try stopping her from getting the mark, but she got it. They're trying to 2v1 me all of a sudden. But it didn't work out. I was kind of stalling too. The more time they waste, the better. It seems already getting ahead. This should be cheap. fighting, also you want to make sure you do counter builds to the champion in question. He's running out of barely landed. Like I said, the more health you have, the better.
Red team.
That's so fast. That is really. Good thing is that once I reach level 11, it kind of starts.
Blue team's turret has been destroyed.
They got I mean, we still got first pick. See, my regeneration is just too strong for him. We didn't have enough mana. Especially because we got that blue Drake. So I said Eve was doing fine. 517, that's perfect. He was trying to predict his turn, but it was too late. He didn't have enough mana. He couldn't eat me anymore. And my regeneration is just too strong with just one blue break. Plus my speed also is faster. I have faster speed than him. So I'm 4-1 and 5. Did you get the bottom tower? No, they haven't got the bottom tower. We got the mid tower and the top tower. They only have one bottom tower. So, like I said, AD and health usually work very well versus the Chode. Especially if he goes health. Or even if he goes a little tankier, it doesn't really matter too much. Okay, I'm going versus the fishy. He's gonna jump over. I just didn't want him getting that mid turret. I'm surprised I haven't pinged the Chode yet. Of course he wants to. This, I don't know what he was thinking. I have so much health and I do damage. He's got him. I get the Chode again. I don't know what they were thinking. Good roam by Eve yet again. Perfect. But the Chode and that guy were not going to be able to take me out.
Shine once more before the end.
Obviously she gets help. At least I made her burst her ult. Look at that heal, man. I only have. I think in this one Eve does a great job, and she ends up getting, I think, 3. So 3 ocean drakes. 3 ocean drakes with Garen is passive. I mean, I don't even have to put on Spirit Visage. If I would have put on Spirit Visage, that would be stupid insane with healing. That was over. It was over. Too many slows, too many stuns. I laugh at him, obviously. I don't know why he couldn't hit me. Anyone hitting me is kind of death already. That's some good damage. I mean, it's still children. Oh, just enough damage for that final ult to go. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And we take the take. And the good ult by Jin there. Noticing everybody was up. This one was funny though. I'm not gonna slow him down. Slow him down. I don't know what the fishy was thinking. I'm gonna live off of that either. Good Shen ult too. He could have lived actually. He would have lived with it. There's another blue Drake. Oh no, it's a wind Drake. Sorry, speed is actually fast. Look at that, 4% movement speed triple when out of combat. So I'm already faster, just naturally faster. So I like that buff they gave to the Cloud Drake because for Garen it's very important. Movement speed is a lot. So that if I can chase him down and not die, and plus now I get 4% movement speed as I'm fighting, and I'm slowing them down, that's too much. So a lot of people are like, well, why put Frozen Mountain? It doesn't mean anything. It means a lot actually. Slowing them down, so that way they can't run from you and you get to, just go extremely aggro on them and kill them.
Rampage.
Slow and steady wins the race. I think here I don't really do anything anymore. I'm like 7-1 and 8, and we end up just destroying them either way.
Red team double kill. Shut down.
Got both. So I just was doing enough damage to both so that way we'd be able to live and get the kills, which we did. Good play, Shen. Again, good play, but we were able to get two. That was the point to trade up. As soon as they jumped in, I knew I was gonna die, and I wasn't doing enough damage to be able to kill them. So. Flanking them, just face down. I think Garen should die a different way. Monster support. So as you notice, the Chode is 0-7 and 2. I don't want to say he fell off, because they did use him in the pros for a little bit, especially jungle. This is Chode he's like extreme late game. And he can become irrelevant because he just doesn't do enough damage. And if you can just cancel his burst, he's really no threat unless the fight continues on, like it lags on. If the fight lags on, then he becomes evil. Yeah, look at that slow. Can't go anywhere, I didn't even have to ult him. I didn't even have it either, but look, you can't run. If you can't run, what are you gonna do? Exactly what happened there. Now here I could have gotten helped out with Baron, but I wanted to go over here, stop the trigger. I'm doing it so well. Go too, I guess. Helped kill 3 practically. The only one that stayed alive was the loser over there, the alley. Now that I got those 3, I don't really fear the Chode at all. I mean, he's raging. He's over 83 now. All he has is just health.
Team's turret has been destroyed.
His bottom hasn't been able to push out yet. So he should be pushed. So there's macro play, okay, and that was macro play. You gotta know when to advance, especially when it's like open. So there, I don't know what Jin is doing or the other guy, but they should have been backing and getting that bottom turret, or continuing to push on top and getting that last top turret. But it's all about map pressure, so usually the bottom turret is the correct answer.
Red team's turret has been destroyed.
Came to the mid to stop mid, besides I can kill Fizz on everything. Now I don't know if you look at that build that I got going on, but that's a lot of health and a lot of AD. So it's more than enough to take on the Chode. And that proc in that Titanic, whew, it actually does a really big chunk. I wish there was a way you could do like multiple. I missed it. So close. Ah, they wanted that. That's how they need it. Now, I don't know if you've noticed, but in this game, they forced me to chase them. So, the next item I'm actually building, if I get anywhere near close to the season, and I think she knows this, she's been trying to keep it just jumping away. I could have flashed her, but got me. If I can just stall her there, our team should win this fight. And she'll make a mistake sooner or later. This is silver ELO, so you can only be so good. Plus I was in that. And mid was pushing. So now what I find funny is I have so much speed movement, you can still catch up. I got the turret. So there's another blue. Oh, they got the blue. They sent 2. I don't know if I had enough gold in this time though. No, I didn't. So I'm gonna go get some gold. Not bad. I don't know if I still have enough gold in this because I think I needed 19. I needed 19. Yeah, I did have. Okay, so that build right there is a core build for Garen to chase them down and do a lot of damage, especially if there's 2 ADs. Now remember, I didn't put any armor because of the Chode. You have to be able to do damage to kill him. If you go too passive, he will take you out. But the funny thing is that it actually works out with the rest of the build. So it actually helps out taking out MF, taking out Alley, taking out the Wolfie, taking out the Chode. So like my build is literally versus I'm strong versus everyone, even Fizz, and I have no MR. You don't need MR if you have health. I mean, I do have some MR because Garen is naturally tanky, but like, I don't have to be super tanky. And then now finally, the doggy is doing some damage.
Red team's inhibitors respawning soon.
Yeah, when that thing comes up, you want to hit it. Super minions will be stronger. We have control over their base. The target is waiting on stuff. Now they didn't have to fight. The opposition did not have to fight at all, but they make a mistake and they end up fighting them. This is the difference between the silver ELOs and the lower ELOs. We could easily come back down here and take all this stuff here and not have to worry about anything. But they ended up fighting there, and that actually cost them the win. So they did see me there on the bot, but they didn't have a finish. It was actually a fair fight.
Red team's turret has been
But they messed up, and so once they mess up, it's
killing spree.
right there. That great moves. Finally, mid starts doing damage too, so it's practically over. His kind of just gives in after that, even though he's 15, 8, and 3. Chode finally got to kill someone. He's 1 and 8 because he ended up dying too. Yeah. One of them is quitting. And now we got 3 in here. Right there, ladies and gentlemen. Great game by Evelyn. She did that 14-4-14. I want to say that was the MVP of the game on our team. But you get to see how a Chode is supposed to be handled. Very easy. Just stack on a lot of health and AD, and you should be okay. And then time his trades. Always know when he's got his ulti up. His cooldown for stuff was really insane. I didn't think. I guess you get his cooldowns that fast, but I guess you can. And then sooner or later, he just can't out-trade you. He would have to just constantly be beating you. And if you're able to out-trade him, slow him down from running away from you with his little combo, whatever it is, that's it. He's got nothing else anymore. His kit is over. He's actually one of the easier ones compared to like a Trendaclear. Same thing with him. He's got a very easy kit to beat. As long as you build the appropriate items, he becomes nothing. Like even late game, even when he does all these crits and does all this damage, he just can't out-damage you. And he can't, it's not the same build, it's a different build. But like same thing with a Yi or a Yas. There's a lot of them that all it takes is just a build, and then their kit is kind of out the window. So hopefully you guys liked the video. Like I said, big ol' shout out to Pomegranate Juice. You did awesome. You were the one carrying the game. Like I said, Eve there gave me breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and I was able to just mow down everything. 9, 2, and 11. Objective-wise, I've noticed that Silver ELO doesn't understand objectives. They're just kind of mechanically decent, and their build is kind of okay, but it's not situational, and it's not geared towards like taking down objectives all the time. It's more geared into killing and team fighting, even though the team fights are like normally just bad and sad. But anyways, hopefully you guys liked this video here. Always remember to like, comment, subscribe, hit the little notification icon, so that way when I post another video, you guys are able to, see it first as soon as it comes out. But yeah, Garen versus Chode, very easy matchup. Early game, Chode normally does have it, not always, depends on what you end up building on Garen. But if you stack on that health, the overgrowth kicks in, and then conditioning kicks in, and your Undying ends up being extremely strong. And you tack on a Mallet, believe it or not, it's actually very effective, especially with Titanic Hydra. That proc is too much for the Chode. And then you have Gauge, which is also too much for the Chode, because if for some reason you do get low enough and Gauge hasn't procced yet, he decides to bite you or ult you, it'll proc and it'll actually save you. So there's a lot that goes into fighting a Chode, but usually it's just HP AD and that'll get you ahead, especially if you're Garen. So hopefully you guys liked it. Like I said, comment, like, subscribe, hit the little notification tab icon so you can get more of these videos when they come up, and go ahead and tell your buddies about this so that way they know about the legendary Garen and that you came out and you did a great job. Once again, shout out to Eve there. Good job. You did it well. You did it very well. I'm starting to wonder if you're a Smurf. You shouldn't be in that ELO if you keep playing consistently like that. So, anyways, good fight. Good night. Bye.